The date is February 6th, 2026. It's a Friday night. You're doing what, well, pretty much all of us are doing. You're on the couch, TV's on in the background, just thumb scrolling through Instagram.
The endless scroll.
Exactly. You're breezing past brunch photos, gym selfies, the usual Happy Friday posts. The digital world is quiet, it's predictable, and then your thumb just freezes.
It's the visual equivalent of a record scratch, isn't it?
Completely. Because there on your screen is this grainy black and white photo. It's got that cool vintage Polaroid look. You see a strip of photo booth pictures, a tiny little Pomeranian dog, and then right in the center, you can't miss it, an ultrasound scan.
It was the caption that just stopped me cold. Just 3 words. Incoming summer 26.
You look at the handle, it's Zachariah Noble, the basketball player, the absolute bad boy of Love Island Season 10. But here's the twist. The thing that sent the internet into a complete meltdown. The woman in those photos. It is not the girl he spent the last 2 years walking every red carpet with.
Not at all. We're talking about a timeline that goes from a very, very public breakup to a baby announcement in, under 7 months. That's not just a plot twist, that's narrative whiplash.
It is the kind of chaos that, frankly, keeps us in business. Welcome to StarScope Report.
Join us as we uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame.
And today, we are not just talking about a baby. We are unpacking the entire Love Island to Dad pipeline.
Right, because on the surface, this just looks like messy celebrity gossip. And to be fair, it is messy. But I've been looking at our sources. We've got the tabloids, the Mirror, we have the forensic deep dives from Reddit, and this fascinating industry report called Digital Lineage and the Evolution of Reality Celebrity.
And what's it saying?
When you piece it all together, this doesn't look like an accident. This looks like a business strategy.
Okay, so let's start with the headline. Zachariah Noble, 28, and Ava Hirons, 24, are expecting their first child. Now, a casual observer might just see Ava as another influencer. She has, 842,000 TikTok followers?
Yeah, she does those funny chav cosplay skits. She's gorgeous.
Standard Love Island type, you'd think.
See, and that's where you'd be wrong. This is a critical piece of the puzzle. In the UK reality world, there's usually a very strict ceiling. Islanders date other islanders. It's kind of a closed loop.
Right.
But Ava Hirons, she's a crossover event. She is a gateway into a legitimate media dynasty.
Because of her mom.
Because of her mother, Caroline Hirons.
Okay, so for our listeners who might not be in the UK or in the beauty world, explain the scale of Caroline Hirons. Calling her an influencer feels like an insult.
Oh, it is. Caroline Hirons is the queen of skincare. She's the authority. She is a regular on This Morning, which is mainstream daytime TV. That's the holy grail. She owns Skin Rocks, a brand valued at over 10 million pounds. She's basically British media royalty.
So this isn't just Zach dating a girl with some TikTok clout.
No. This is him marrying into the establishment. The Digital Lineage report calls it institutional validation. He's leveling up.
And you can see that validation in the comments, can't you? It wasn't just fans. It was Luca Bish, Tanya Manhenga, G.K. Barry, who is mainstream famous now. It's like the industry giving its stamp of approval.
It signals that this relationship, even though it's brand new, has status. It has weight. But before we get lost in the business side, we have to talk about the prequel, the crisis in January.
Oh, the dog incident. I honestly thought that was going to be the peak of their drama for the year. So rewind 1 month. January 2026. Zach gets rushed to A&E.
Yeah, it sounded really serious at first.
It did. Bitten on the face, he needed 6 stitches in his upper lip, a tetanus shot, and the culprit, that tiny, fluffy Pomeranian from the pregnancy announcement.
Now, how they handled this is what's so interesting. The report cites it as a masterclass in authentic audience rapport.
Yeah.
They didn't hide it. Zach posted a picture of the dog captioned, "What a dog." He just laughed about it.
It felt very real. Hey, life's messy. My girlfriend's dog bit my face, but we move. It made them seem really solid.
I'm going to be a little cynical here, though.
You cynical? Never.
Look, in crisis management, if you know you have a huge, potentially controversial announcement coming, like a baby with a new partner right after a big breakup, you want to soften the ground.
Sure.
You need the audience to see you as a unit before you drop the bomb.
So you're saying the dog bite was strategic?
I'm not saying they planned it, but the decision to publicize it, to laugh about it, to show Ava caring for him, that was a strategy. It built this domestic team narrative just 4 weeks before the reveal. It distracted everyone from doing the timeline math.
Well, it might have distracted the Instagram crowd. But
Yeah.
it definitely did not distract the Reddit detectives, because while the comments are full of heart emojis, the Our Love Island TV threads are doing some very, very different arithmetic.
Oh, the math is, let's just say it's tight.
Let's break it down, because this is where it all gets a bit murky. We all remember Zolly, Zach, and Molly Marsh. They were the power couple of season 10. They moved in together. They were the success story.
And then the split, July 2025. Molly releases the statement. It was that standard PR stuff, parted ways as friends. Best decision for us.
That was July. Then Zach and Ava hard launched their relationship around October 2025. Some say the official post was Boxing Day, but they were definitely spotted together before that.
Okay, so take that October date. Now, the baby announcement. Incoming summer 26.
If you've ever taken a biology class, you know a summer baby, say June or July, means conception was not in January. It was probably around September or October.
Which is mere weeks, maybe even days, after he moved out of the house he shared with Molly.
The Reddit threads are absolutely ruthless on this. I saw one comment, and I have to quote it, that said, "Damn, Zachariah must have had some Olympic swimmers stewing down there because that was quick."
It's funny, but it also taps into a darker narrative that Zach has been trying to escape. That digital lineage report notes there's a lot of fan hostility just under the surface. Remember, right after he and Molly split, he was caught liking nasty comments about her.
I do remember that. And his friends, like Mitch and Montel, were throwing shade. It was messy. It all feeds into that once a cheater story. I mean, I remember his famous line from the villa, "I look forward to the day I'm with someone who doesn't want to make me cheat."
Oh, that quote is going to be on his tombstone.
It haunts him, and that this timeline sort of supports that old image. It looks reckless. But the part I find fascinating in all this is Molly Marsh.
She has been completely silent.
Literally silent.
Mm.
While Zach is in this whirlwind of dog bites and baby scans, Molly has pivoted perfectly. She's a creator now. She's traveling, dating YouTuber Ramel Henry, posting these beautiful travel vlogs. Her hands are totally clean. The irony is, though, if you go back to those old interviews, Molly was always the one saying she wanted to fast forward to having a family, and yet Zach is the one who got there first, with someone else.
It's a classic divergence.
Yeah.
But this really brings us to the core of it. Why is having a baby the ultimate career stabilizer for a male reality star in 2026?
Before we get into the whole dadfluencer economy, and the numbers here are wild, if you need help keeping up with all these timelines, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We track the chaos so you don't have to.
So the Digital Lineage Report talks about two types of reality star narratives, dating-centric and domesticity-centric.
Okay, break that down.
Dating-centric is what you are when you come off the show. You're a lad. Your money comes from club appearances, fast fashion deals. It relies on you being single, desirable, a bit volatile. It's high risk, but it burns out fast.
And domesticity-centric.
That's the pension plan. When you pivot to being a dad, you open up a whole new market. You're not selling vodka at Club and Leeds. You're partnering with stroller brands, diaper companies, mortgage lenders. It's long-term.
It's brand safety, right? Brands don't want the bad boy who might cheat. They want the devoted father.
Precisely. And for Zach, this is a redemption arc. He has that broski image, the cheater, it has a shelf life. The new father brand lets him completely reinvent himself.
The report references a psychologist, Dr. Lindsay Emerson. She talks about this shift from authoritarian parenting to authoritative parenting on social media.
This is a huge cultural shift. The old school dad was distant. The new dad of 2026 is present, he's involved, and Gen Z audiences love watching men who, maybe didn't have a perfect upbringing step up and break the cycle.
And Zach fits that mold perfectly. Raised by a single mom, he's always talked about sacrifice. If he leans into this, if we see him doing skin to skin, pushing the pram, he's not just a reality star, he's a role model.
And think of the synergy with Ava. Two personal trainers, fit, young. Add the Hirons connection, prenatal wellness, postnatal skincare. They aren't just a couple. They're a vertical business unit.
That sounds so cold when you put it like that.
It doesn't mean they don't love each other. It just means their love is extremely marketable.
But there's another factor, right? The report calls it relationship velocity.
Yes. The dog years theory.
Explain that.
Well, in the Love Island villa, you're with someone 24/7. No phones, no distractions. 1 week in, there's like 3 months in the real world. Their brains are just wired for accelerated intimacy.
So to them, 7 months isn't fast.
To them, it's a lifetime. They don't really know how to date casually, so this rapid progression is actually pretty typical for this specific group of people.
And it's not just Zach, is it? We are seeing a massive baby boom from the Love Island alumni.
It's a reproductive explosion, a total boom.
I was looking at the list. Amy Hart from season 5 is expecting her second. Montana Brown just had her second in January. Olivia and Alex Bowen, the king and queen, had their daughter Sienna Grace.
Shauna Phillips is expecting again, too. It's the maturation of the genre. The audience who watched them is growing up, and the stars are growing up right alongside them.
But for every happy family, there's still chaos.
Oh, absolutely. For every baby, the universe demands a breakup.
Right. Mimi and Josh, last season's winners, split in September. Sean and Matilda, done. The ecosystem has to balance itself out.
It's the circle of reality TV life.
So to wrap this up, we started with an ultrasound on Instagram. We've gone through the messy timeline, the Reddit detectives, the Hirons dynasty, and the economics of being a dadfluencer.
And the conclusion is, I think, pretty clear. Zachariah Noble has pulled off one of the most effective brand pivots we've seen. He's graduated. He's no longer just an islander. He is a dad. And in 2026, that's the most valuable thing you can be.
It's a lot to process. But I want to leave you with one final thought, something from that report that's been stuck in my head. In this era of compressed intimacy, where reality stars date in dog years, is having a baby the only way to prove you've truly made it past your 15 minutes of fame?
Or is the baby just the newest, most extreme form of content creation?
That is the question, a milestone or a strategy. You've been listening to StarScope Report, where we uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.